Okay. Hello.
Good evening from Thailand.
Good evening from Tunisia.
Good morning from Canada.
Morning, Brazil.
Good afternoon from Norway.
Are you in Canada?
Good evening from India.
Salamu alaikum from Egypt.
Hi from Greece.
From Thailand.
Hi from Finland.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hi from Greece.
Hi, good evening from Indonesia.
We can't see you.
Hi from Argentina.
Hello.
Okay, everyone, thank you again for joining. Buenos días. So if you can right now just mute your microphone, we're just going to share a couple of instructions for this meeting. Again, welcome and happy International Volunteers Day. Steffi, I don't know if you can start sharing your screen just a second. Thank you so much. So welcome again to this event. I just want to share a couple of instructions to help us move this meeting the best way and just for all of us to have a great time. So a couple of things to keep in mind. If you can rename yourself, so you have the name and your IOC, so your country. So for example, I see Ted here, he has Ted Johnson USA. So if you can do that, so we all know a little bit of where we are from. If your internet connection allows it, please have your video on. If not, we understand that it's not always possible, so don't worry about it, but it's nice to see all of your faces. We will keep you muted while we're presenting, just to avoid some background noise, but if you have any questions, any comments that you want to share, you can do so in the chat, and you can also use the reaction features, and there will be plenty of times for you to talk with other volunteers, so don't worry about that. We are recording the session, and there is also closed captions available, so you can enable them in the lower part of your screen. Para todas las personas que se unen y que hablan español, tenemos traducción simultánea. Entonces, si van abajo de la pantalla, en la parte de los controles de la reunión, van a ver que hay un pequeño mundito que dice interpretación. Ahí seleccionan español o Spanish, depende de qué idioma tengan el Zoom, y ya van a poder escuchar a nuestra intérprete en ese canal. So, with that being said, I want to start this meeting with some words from the president and CEO of AFS International, Daniel Us. So Daniel, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. It's so nice to see you all. So great to see in the chat all the many places you are from. So thank you very much for staying up late, if it is very late where you are, or for waking up early to be here. But what a great opportunity to celebrate International Volunteer Day with all of you. International Volunteer Day takes place pretty much every year, December 5, and it's really an opportunity to celebrate and thank people around the world who are dedicating their precious time and energy to voluntary service. And for AFS, of course, that means celebrating our 50,000 volunteers around the world who bring intercultural understanding to the local communities and who help prepare the next generation of global citizens. So on behalf of the entire global AFS network, my colleagues on the board of trustees and at AFS International, thanks to all of you, the AFS volunteers, for your passionate commitment, and especially at a really critically important time. So thank you very much. Many of you have asked me, how is AFS doing? It must have been a really tough time in the last 18 months during the pandemic. And yes, it was tough. And I'm sure all of you have experienced that wherever you are in your countries. But I'm very optimistic about our future. And I want to tell you very briefly why I'm so optimistic. So first of all, right now we have more than 5,000 AFS exchange students on program around the world. And if we just pause one moment and think about that, basically during a pandemic, we managed to recruit 5,000 students for you to find host families in so many countries around the world, helping them navigate all kinds of complex requirements. And now you are supporting all of these students on program. That to me is incredible. And it looks like next year we expect to have between 6,000 and 7,000 students abroad on our program. So really our recovery has started. We also see that one of our biggest challenge, of course, will be to find host families. So your support in that area has been so important. But one other thing that makes me really optimistic is that you all have been incredibly creative in this time when it was very difficult to send students abroad. You came up with lots of new ways to bring intercultural understanding into communities. And we actually had nearly 70,000 people who were directly impacted by AFS last year. And that is through different training programs that you have done for teachers, for students, for others, but also through virtual classroom exchanges, as well as other online intercultural learning. So that's pretty significant impact around the world. And finally, we have a 3-year recovery plan. It's of course very important when we are in a difficult time like this that we know exactly what it is that we want to do. And we have 3 big objectives in that plan. And it is to strengthen our exchange programs, it's to improve our operations, and it's to advance our social impact and global competence development. So I just wanted to share that with you, that I'm optimistic about our future. And it is because of you, the AFS volunteers around the world, who are every day giving so much energy and passion to the AFS mission. So thank you so much. And I hope to see many of you in the coming year in person, hopefully. Thank you very much. And back to you, Manu.
Thank you, Daniel, for those words. It's very exciting really to see all the things that everyone has done. And when you are an AFSers, there are certain activities that I think we all have done at one point at a time. So now we're gonna do a little energizer to see how many classic AFS things have you done. And depending on how much time you've been with the organization or how many different roles have you had, some of these are gonna be a yes, some of these are gonna be a no, but I think it will be pretty fun for everyone. So we're gonna go through the instructions very quickly. Steffi, if you can, I don't know if Daniel's still spotlight or if everyone can see the full screen of the other people on the call. But I'm gonna say a series of phrases. And if it's a yes, you're gonna move to your right like this. Okay, so let's test it out, move to your right. Perfect. If it's a no, you're gonna move to your left. So for example, these are gonna be AFS phrases, but we're gonna do a couple of examples with other things. So if I say, I have long hair, so I go to the right because I do. People that have short hair go to the left. If I say, I have been to a country in Latin America, right for yes, left for no. Okay, and Steffi, share the instructions right there on the chat. So I'm gonna start again, a lot of different AFS experiences, and you go right or left. So first one, I have visited a new town or country because I had AFS friends there. I have facilitated an orientation. I have caught a participant breaking one of the 3 golden rules. Some of these are not fun ones, but are part of volunteering with AFS. I have taken or facilitated an AFS ICL program. So level W or foundations. I have done the foundations course. I am a qualified trainer. Okay, I see a couple of you here. Great. I have been an AFS exchange student. I have been an AFS host family. I have been gifted AFS swag. So any promotional material from AFS, t-shirts, mugs. I have been an AFS flight chaperone. I've temporarily hosted a participant. I've done an AFS presentation in school. I've explained dive. I have danced to music from other countries with other AFSers.
Dance.
I see lots of yeses there. I've learned random words in other languages from AFSers. I've been a tour guide for other AFSers. I'm sure we're all the best tour guides from our cities for doing it with so many other AFSers. I've been hosted by an AFSer that I have never met in person before that. I've exchanged typical food from my country with AFSers. I have taken participants to try my favorite dish from my country. Yes, nothing better than food. I've become friends with an AFSer from a very different culture than mine. I've picked up students from the airport. I've liked or commented on a workplace post. I have done the funky chicken. I created a new icebreaker or energizer. I have explained ICL concepts to friends and family. I've had a difficult conversation with a participant or host family. I've been on vacation and met another AFSer. I have been stopped on the street because someone recognized my AFS t-shirt. I've had more AFS t-shirts than I know what to do with them. I have a pajama made from an AFS t-shirt. I've exchanged AFS t-shirts with other AFSers. I've cried at the airport. Well, lots of yeses again here. I've sung the AFS song. I've been a contact person or liaison. I've convinced friends or family to join AFS. I felt stressed about finding all the host families on time. I've done a family interview. I've planned a party for my local chapter. I felt proud after seeing a participant I helped prepare come back from their exchange as a new person. And final one, I have felt the AFS effect. Very good, everyone. So do you have many of this? Yes, little virtual clap. I think I could have done this list way longer. At a certain point, I had to stop myself and say, no, man, we can't just put everything you do as a volunteer. But it's always exciting to see all the things you've done. And if you didn't say yes to many of these things, there's always time to keep on doing it, because as we all know here, AFS is kind of a forever thing. Even if you think you're gonna step away from a second, it's always there. So thank you. I hope you enjoy this little energizer. And now we have a very interesting panel. The past 2 years, we all know, have been very difficult for everyone in our personal lives, in our work lives, but also as an organization in AFS, and volunteering has come with many new challenges. So we want to talk a little bit about those challenges and how we have overcome them. So I want to introduce Lucas Welter from AFS International. He will be moderating this panel with some amazing volunteers, Nalo Macis from AFS Indonesia, Nico Iriani from AFS Argentina in Uruguay, Adriana Casanello from AFS Paraguay, and Ted Johnson from AFS USA.
Thank you so much, Manu. Thank you, thank you. So here are we in our panel. So this is a new feature from Zoom. So thank you so much for joining us this morning, afternoon, or evening. Happy International Volunteers Day. What a pleasure to have you here with us. Well, my name is Lucas. I work for AFS International. I'm the Chief Organization Development and Strategy Officer, and together with Manu and Steffi, we are here, presenting this big day, and to celebrate you, to celebrate everything that you do for AFS. I'm wearing I'm wearing my new AFS t-shirt. It's AFS Greece, so we were back in Greece. We are very happy to be back in Greece. So I think I couldn't miss this opportunity to promote AFS Greece and have, the AFS t-shirt, for Greece. So nice to see you. So nice to see some familiar faces, to see some new faces. And we're going to start with this panel. So every year we invite some volunteers to tell us, how was the year, and what they do for AFS and all the amazing things that you do for us. So I'll start this panel. I just want you, in the first question, to introduce yourselves a little bit, where you're from and for how long you've been connected with AFS. So the first question is, Daniel was saying the past 2 years have been very complicated for the organizations because we exist a lot because of participants, families, program activity. Then we didn't have a lot of program activity, or we didn't have enough program activity to keep us super busy over the past 2 years. So can you tell us, while you introduce yourselves, what was your biggest challenge in the past year? So what are the biggest challenge volunteering for AFS that you had in the past year or 2 years? So this one is free. So Ted, why don't you go first?
Sure. My name is Ted Johnson. I'm a volunteer in Chicago, Illinois, in the United States. I have been involved with AFS in some capacity for about 9 years, starting out as a host parent and then as a volunteer in various capacities, such as hosting coordinator, diversity coordinator. Right now I'm school outreach coordinator in addition, and jumping in wherever there's a need. I think probably for me and for all of us in the greater Chicago area, the greatest challenge during the pandemic was how to keep AFS relational and personal, because we decided that all of us agreed that that's what makes AFS special, was the relationships with each other as volunteers, the relationships we develop with students and etc. So how can we keep that and social distance at the same time?
Well, thank you, Ted. Thank you for that. And I think what you are saying, it's very important, because when we ask you in our surveys, you tell us that the main motivation for you to keep engaged with AFS, it's the connections, the relationships that you develop. So AFS feels like a big family, feels like a big community. And, what you are saying just proves that, and I think I totally agree. One of our biggest challenges was how to keep those relationships personal when we had to social distance, when we only could see each other on Zoom. So yes, thank you for sharing. Big challenge for us. So I'm going to ask now, I'm going to ask Adriana to go next. So Adriana, please introduce yourself and share some of your biggest challenges.
Hi everybody, and happy Volunteer Day. I am Adriana Casanello. I am from AFS Paraguay. I started as a host family 10 years ago. I never went abroad with AFS, but I host more than 10 participants. So it's a very good experience for me and my family to be part of AFS. And this is my new t-shirt. And yesterday we were celebrate AF volunteer party here in Paraguay. So this is my new t-shirt. Okay, our biggest challenge in Paraguay was dealing with the interruption of the programs, office closings and layoff, and general feeling of uncertainty amongst the volunteer force. And we not having contact with the students, and we were 10 months without participants. So that was very difficult for us. And that is the biggest challenge, because that is the essence from AFS, being in contact and work with participants, and we had not the opportunity to do that for 10 months.
Yeah,
Thank you,
we
Lucas.
heard that from, thank you, nice to see you again, so we heard that from all the volunteers, what are we going to do now that we don't have participants on board, so what's next, and we're going to discuss that on the next question a little bit, but first I would like to hear, from Nalom. So please introduce yourself and share some of your experiences as well, please. I think you are on mute.
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
Hi everyone, my name is Nala Aziz and I'm from Indonesia. I actually started as an exchange student back in 2010. I went to USA for the YES program, and from that moment on, after I came back from the program, I started active as a volunteer in my chapter Palembang, Indonesia. Speaking about the challenge itself, I agree with what Ted and Adriana has mentioned previously. During the pandemic itself, there are a lot of changes and shifts that we have to adjust with the situation, because previously we always get to meet the volunteers in person, the participants and everyone, but now that everything has to be done online because we couldn't see each other in person. So yeah, a lot of adjustment, especially the internet connection itself. Not everyone who lives in the city have access to great internet connection. So meeting through online as well is not that easy. And another thing is how to keep everyone paying attention, because like we all have different feeling when we do online meeting like this. So how to keep the spirit alive as well, because recruiting will be quite hard, because yeah, who would actually want to still be active when you probably couldn't be able to receive the energy right away from the people in person. But yeah, through all those challenges, we try to strive as well. So that's from me.
Beautiful, thank you. Yeah, no, thank you. I think it's very important what you're saying, especially when it comes, yes, internet. I think the sentence that we heard the most is "you were on mute," right? So that became our new favorite sentence. You were on mute all the time. So this, I can't wait to get, to stop these online meetings and go back to in person, so we don't need to be on mute anymore, with each other. So thank you for sharing. And Nico, please introduce yourself and share some of your experiences.
Hi everyone. My name is Nicolas. I'm from Ushuaia, Argentina. Ushuaia is the southernmost city in the world, and I've been an AFS volunteer for 10 years now. I was the local chapter president here, and I also received some hosting students in my house with my boyfriend. For me, the biggest challenge was seeing further in the future. As a volunteer of AFS, we are always adapting and learning new things. And this was a groundbreaking thing that happened around the world. And for us, we had to develop a new ability of maybe looking to the future and saying that this also will pass, and we will also learn from this and be prepared for what's coming and what's happening now.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So Nico, I'm going to take advantage that you were just said that, and ask you the next
Yeah.
question. So how did you
Okay.
manage to keep the organization alive? Because, you were here, we have, a big number of volunteers together with us. And I understand that we also lost some volunteers in this process or in the past years. But what did you do? What's the best practices, and then I want to hear from you all, what are your best practices for keeping the chapter alive, for keeping the AFS community alive during the past 2 years?
Well, after the evacuations happened of all our hosting students and our sending students when came back to our city, we started thinking about what could we do now that we don't have any participant movement, that we cannot talk to a family and to promise them that the students will be back in, we don't know when. And we started we started using the past experiences of our participants, our families, our hosting and sending students, in order to keep the flame of AFS alive. And we started interviewing them, and not only them as an individual, but also them and their relationship with the places they've been, the things they had seen, and the experience they had, in order to let them share and let the audience that they, because this was made by Zoom, to connect their experiences with new people.
Absolutely.
That's for
So
us. Yeah.
Sharing the experiences and finding ways to share some of those experiences. Beautiful. Thank you. So Adriana, tell us, how did you keep the chapter alive?
This situation put our views in our society, because we cannot do anything with participants, but the volunteers generate initiatives, social impact. For example, in Paraguay, health system is not as good as in other countries. So many people affected with the COVID-19 were in the hospital. So several chapters work permanently to generate support and help to relatives admit to hospital with feeding kits. In addition, here in Paraguay, we have how do you say, the fire? So as 100 of fire, incendios, I don't remember the word
Fires.
in English.
Yes.
Fires. So the bomberos here needs help. So volunteers work to help them with water and supplies. So we keep alive the volunteer spirit, working for our society, in the needs of our society. And
beautiful. So what's very interesting to hear that, so why we don't have participants on our programs and why we still do some activities, we can contribute to the society at large by volunteering and by giving our resources to other causes and other people that are also in need. Thank you. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you to know that. So nice way. So I'm going to go to Ted and then Nalam again. So Ted, tell us, how did you keep the chapter alive?
Well, mainly related to what I talked about before is maintaining those personal relationships. So the volunteers, we made it a point to meet on a regular basis, usually monthly, and virtually or out in an outdoor setting. And since it's the students that bring us together, and a neat element that we added to our meetings is we invited some of our past students to join us on Zoom to just give us an update as to what they were doing, how COVID was impacting them and their lives, all those sorts of things. So, and then we also invited people interested in being volunteers and new volunteers, and that actual contact with the students in their countries really piqued the interest in these people who wanted to be volunteers.
Absolutely. So we had to be creative, right? We had to be creative on how to keeping people engaged. I love that, so, and I think we understand that's very crucial as we move forward, so how do you have regular meetings? How do you keep the community engaged, and how we become creative keeping people engaged? So Nalini, please, your experiences.
Well, related to what I've mentioned previously before as well, that now that everything is quite done mostly online, we also have to strengthen our platforms, such as like our social media. So for example, like even the AFS organization here in Indonesia with Binantar Budaya, our Instagram has like above 80,000 followers on it, which means that many people are still very much interested in looking forward to what we have in store, even during the pandemic. So throughout this pandemic, one of the silver lining is that because of we done everything mostly in Zoom, everyone coming from different cities, be it like not in the city or in the suburb, they all can join the activity online. We can do seminar, or we can also do some webinar as well. Even tonight, like all of us, we can join it because through Zoom. If it has to be like in person, we might not be, there might not be this many person to actually join the event. So it really pushed our creativity, and also thanks to the volunteers, because we always we have regular meetings where we do brainstorm, such as like giving ideas what probably the people need throughout the pandemic. We could try to look for speakers to give some advices or even presentations that might interest them to to still keep the spirit alive.
Beautiful, thank you. And I have one last question before Manu shuts me down, so, and the last question is related to, okay, so we've survived, we are here to celebrate you, we are here to celebrate your accomplishments over the past year. So what are you looking forward in AFS? What, when you think of the future of AFS, what do you want for the future of AFS? What are you looking forward for the future of AFS? So one short, sentence about what you are looking for when it comes to the future of AFS. And so let's, could be you, Nalini.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Actually, one thing that currently that we are preparing here in Indonesia, that we are looking forward to the volunteer journey. It is a tool that we received from the AFS International. As of now, the volunteer development department here in our organization is preparing to apply that to all the chapters as well. So that's actually one of the things that I'm most looking forward to, like how it would be applied to all of us.
Beautiful. Love to hear that. And let us know if you need any support, if AFS Indonesia needs any help, we are here to help. All right. Thank you. So Nico, you go next, please.
Well, we are looking forward to grow again as an organization locally, to create more impact with our programs. And maybe we are thinking about a program that we can do locally and get a great impact in a school with the students. So there's no need for us to travel that far along across the world, but we can also get the values of AFS locally, or with a student from other province or another state of our countries.
Beautiful. I love that. I love when people, new ideas, new programs, and thinking of growth and impact. That's what the organization is about. So beautiful. Thank you. Adriana, tell us what you are looking forward.
And more short duration virtual learning, and even more global integration.
Okay, I love that too. Yeah, what we can do virtually, since we have these tools, we got used to it. What else can we do? And this idea of global integration. Nalini, I think you are totally right when you said, look at the possibilities that we have with Zoom, and we're finally be able to meet, with the whole AFS network now. So I love that. I love that, Adriana. Thank you so much. Ted, please, last words for you, about what you are looking forward.
Sure. Well, first of all, we're very excited in the United States as to how many students came over this year on exchange. And so we look forward to getting back to our normal numbers and bringing even more students in the future. But I would also like to mention the two priorities for AFS USA for the coming year. And one is to continue developing school relationships and partnerships that go beyond just will you host one of our students, but what can AFS offer you in terms of global education and developing global citizens in your school? And then the second priority is to develop more diversity and inclusiveness of AFS in our communities. So what can we do to bring AFS to communities that have in our own country that have not been able to experience?
That's brilliant. You know, I couldn't have asked, you know, for better answers from you, from using our tools. We have lots of tools to support volunteer development, thinking about growing and impacting our communities, looking into different kinds of programs, what we can do virtually. And of course, you know, school relations, our participants are in schools. It's a great source it's a great stakeholder and partner for AFS. And I think, you know, what you mentioned, Ted, about diversity, it's super important for us as an organization to keep, you know, looking for diversity, with new ways to bring new people on board and to connect with people that are different from us, because that's, you know, where the organization is about. So I really want to thank you for your participation, to thank you for all your efforts for keeping this organization alive in the past year. You know, well, thank you so much. And we look forward to having you for another year and years to come in this organization. So thank you for your participation. Thank you so much. And Manu,
thank you.
all back to you now.
Thank you.
Thanks. And thank you again to all of our panelists. This was amazing. And again, as Lucas was saying, thank you so much for all that you do and for everything that all of AFS volunteers do. It's really, our organization AFS wouldn't be AFS without volunteers. And we all know that. And we've had to be creative in the past couple of years. So there are also other things we want to recognize right now, other initiatives that have been done by AFSers. Steffi, I don't know if you can share your screen.
Yes, let me just switch back to gallery view. Thank you. Okay. One second.
So while Steffi shares it, one of the things that happened in the past 2 years that wouldn't have happened if we wouldn't have had a pandemic was the Global Ideathon. And I think I've seen a couple of volunteers that were in the organizing team during the call. So first, we're gonna see a little video. So for whoever that doesn't know what the Ideathon is all about, you're about to find out. So again, the Global Ideathon was an event that was able to combine the ideas and have people from so many different countries, 16 time zones working together throughout a weekend. There have been 2 editions now, one in 2020 and one in 2021. And this is completely volunteer driven. Yes, some people on the staff, we have help, but it's 100% the group of different volunteers and some staff members that are volunteering their hours to do this. So it counts as AFS volunteering, not as AFS work. Farhan, I'm thinking of you specifically, doing this amazing event. And we really wanted to take a moment to recognize the creativity and the drive that made all of this event happen and just connect a lot of people in a moment where we weren't able to connect in person as we usually would as AFSers, and share so many things, recipes for food, ideas on how we can make a better world, how we can create more social impact through AFS, and just overall a very fun event that feels very much like going on an AFS camp, a virtual AFS camp, staying up to very late in the evening, waking up very early, and just meeting lots of new friends. So again, thank you for everyone that has made the Ideathon happen. So let's just a little pause from everyone with the emoji or like this.
And Manu, are we having a new Ideathon next year?
That is up to the, well, I see Make It give it a thumbs up, so I think that's very possible.
Beautiful, beautiful. And we want to encourage you also to think about different ideas and different ways that we can connect globally. And, you know, the floor is open. You know, we're happy to support your ideas and to move forward, you know, how we can find different ways of connecting each other.
Megan, I see you unmuted yourself. I don't know if you want to say something.
Of course, we can't officially announce the Ideathon 2022 yet, but we have, on the last meeting, we were already looking into 2022, our timeline. So it looks like it's going to happen again.
Okay, that's great to hear. Another thing, another amazing volunteer that I wanted to take advantage to recognize, and we have a photo of this amazing moment, is Barbara Thies from AFS Germany. She, if I'm not mistaken, the ceremony was on Friday, and she was awarded the Order of Merit of the Federal Republic of Germany. And this is the highest recognition that the Republic of Germany gives citizens for their collaborations, for their social collaboration. And she received it for her volunteering in AFS. So it's amazing to see so many incredible volunteers doing so many incredible things. So again, congratulations to Barbara, to AFS Germany for this amazing recognition. So now it's time to have a little moment to meet each other. There are a lot of us here from a lot of different countries. And it's always fun to meet other AFSers. We saw it with the Energizer, getting to know other cultures, getting to see all the experiences we have in common as AFS volunteers. So we're gonna do a couple of speed connecting sessions. We've done this a lot in this past 2 years, and we find them that they're always very fun, and you get to meet a lot of different people. So we're gonna have 2 different questions, and the speed connecting sessions are gonna be about 5 minutes. We are gonna create some breakout rooms. You're gonna be assigned to the breakout room. You'll see a little screen that's gonna pop up in a couple of minutes that says that we're inviting you to one of the breakout rooms. You just click join, and you will be in a room with 3 to 4 people to talk about the different topics and just get to know each other a little bit better. So the first question is, how did your AFS story begin? So I'm sending the question in the chat. Be aware that since we have about 5 minutes in the room, try to make your questions, your answers quick. So everyone can participate and you can listen from one another and share as well. Steffi is working on the breakout rooms, and as soon as we're ready, we will open them up. And I hope you get to meet some people you haven't met before. you should see a notification on your screen inviting you to join one of the rooms.
Good to go.
I hope, so we're still expecting a hit. There we go. Everyone's back now. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you met some new volunteers and shared some stories about your AFS story. And now we're gonna do a question a little bit different. I think we all have had moments, stories in AFS where something very funny happened because we don't understand the elements of another person culture. So maybe there was a participant that was learning the language and said a very funny word by mistake, or a tradition we didn't know about. There's always funny intercultural stories. So the prompt for this second breakout room is share your funniest intercultural story. Think about something that was pretty funny on a camp, on orientation. I think we all have some of those. Yes, Pedro is right. We could talk hours about all the different stories that we have. So I know that, as always, this breakout rooms feel like it's not enough time because we only have a couple of minutes, but I hope you can enjoy it. And we're gonna leave you in the same rooms you were at before, so you don't have to introduce yourselves again, and you can get to know the people a little bit better. So Steffi, I think whenever you're ready, you can open the rooms, and we'll see you back in 5 minutes. Welcome back, everyone. So did you have a fun time? Do you have any new funny stories to share with other FSers? Yes, that's great. So I hope you enjoyed these two little breakout sessions we had. I'm happy to hear in the chat that it was very funny. I think we all have very crazy stories. We could write a whole AFS book with just that. And now we want to move to a very special moment, one of the key things of this whole event, which is the announcement of this year's AFS Volunteer Award winners. We give these awards to recognize the amazing work volunteers do all over the world every year. And we will start with the AFS Young Volunteer Awards that recognizes volunteers 30 years old and younger working for the AFS mission. So we're gonna share a little video to know who our 2021 winners are.
Hello everyone, I am Harvey Guerrero from Colombia.
I'm Vitko Tam from Sweden, and we were the 2020 AFS Young Volunteer Award winners. This award recognizes the amazing young AFS volunteers that help advance the AFS mission and our impact goals.
With creative ideas, fresh perspectives, and boundless energy, these young volunteers embody the AFS spirit. We are honored to announce that 2021 AFS Young Volunteer Award goes to Swira Sadhu from AFS India.
And Jonte Peach from AFS Germany. Congratulations.
Congratulations to our winners. Their stories are amazing, and what they have done with their volunteering with AFS is incredible. And we actually have one of the winners here in the call. So Sweta, I don't know if you wanna share a few words. If you do, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you so much. This really came as a great surprise. Thank you so much, AFS. You just made this day a whole lot better, multiplied into 100 better. I am actually falling very short of words with all this overwhelming emotions right now, but thank you so much. I really, really appreciate and accept this award with all my heart. Yeah, thank you, AFS.
Thank you, and really thank you for all the work that you've done. It's really impressive to see the work that all of the young volunteers do across AFS. Congratulations as well to Yonde, who is not on this call, but I'm sure he's also very honored to receive this award. And now we're gonna move to announce the Peggy and Art Howie Award. This award recognizes the amazing work AFS families do. So to foster inclusion, to foster diversity, to grow our local chapters. So let's find out who this year's winners are.
Hello, this is the Hendrik Severens family.
Hi, I'm Lut.
And I'm Bart, and we're the elder generation in the family. The younger generation is spread all over the world, so they couldn't join us today. We were the recipients all together, all of us, of the Peggy and Art Howe Award 2020. We learned of the great work that Aline and René Lozier from AFS Canada have been doing for so many years. We find a lot of ourselves in their dedication and their calling, and we're very happy that AFS has recognized Aline and René for this work, for this dedication. We hope that they can continue on with this great and important work that they keep doing for a very long time. Congratulations, and we hope that you enjoy the pride. You will find the pride in it as we did for the last year. Thank you very much.
Congratulations! You will be able to read more about the stories of all the winners this year on Monday, where we post something on our website. But the job that Aline and René have done to grow their local chapter in AFS Canada is impressive, and they have made it so many new people get to be a part of AFS. So I see both of you are here. Aline and René, if you want to unmute yourself and share a few words, the floor is yours.
We are very honored to receive that. When we start, the chapter in 1998. Oh, Aline is coming with me now. I will take up that. Okay. When we start, like I said, the chapter in 1998, we start, with 4 family, and we still raise that and raise that and raise that. And some year we were 25 students in the chapter. And I received a call from the office to go to Montreal to work with the office. And my wife, take my place like the president of the chapter, and she's continued, to build that chapter. And now we are very proud of what she made after me.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It's a great honor for us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations.
I have to thank you, all my committee, also for the help and the support. Thank you, everybody in the committee.
Congratulations. So it's really so amazing to see all of the great job volunteers have done. And our last award recognizes volunteers that have been volunteering with AFS for over 15 years, that have done amazing things to move the AFS mission forward. So let's see who the winners from the Galati Award 2021 are.
Hi, I'm Claudia Caperotti from Italy, and I was the 2020 AFS Galati Award winner. This award honors AFS volunteers whose long-time commitment, dedication, and remarkable journey with the organization have advanced the mission and goals of AFS. I'm honored to announce that the 2021 AFS Galati Award goes to Bente Johansson from AFS Denmark and Zhang Shuing from AFS China.
Congratulations to our 2021 Galati Award winners. Their stories are amazing, quite different one from the other, but both of them moving that AFS spirit and working for the AFS mission. I think Shang is in the call with us. So I don't know, again, if you want to unmute yourself, say a few words.
Is it our turn? Can we speak now?
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to receive the AFS Galati International Outstanding Volunteer Award today. This honor belongs to all the AFS volunteers. Thanks for the AFS International Exam Program. It makes the world smaller and make our heart bigger. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. And congratulations to Bente Johansson as well from AFS Denmark. Again, you will be able to read more about the stories from all these amazing volunteers. And besides the awards that we gave today, really the work that everyone does here in AFS, it's impressive. The past 2 years, we know how hard they have been to each and every one of our organizations. And we keep moving forward. We keep working for intercultural connection. And it's just impressive what we have done and how we have stayed together throughout all of these challenges. So thank you and congratulations to each and every one of you.
We are here too. Bente is here as well.
Oh,
yeah,
that's great. Congratulations, Bente.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I'm very surprised. I didn't know anything about it, but my visitors knew.
It is impressive. So really congratulations and thank you for all of your long time effort with AFS. So I wanted to, before we all leave and continue with our Sunday, our Sunday evening, afternoon, or Sunday morning, depending on where you are, I wanted all of us to take a picture so we can share this amazing activity we had. So if you have your camera off, please turn it on. Oh, I see Bente is getting some flowers right now. Again, congratulations. So if you have your camera off, please turn it on, fix your hair, do what you need to do. And Steffi, if you can take the picture and just everyone smile. And
oh, I wanted to put some cool background music on while we're taking the picture.
Please do so.
Okay. Yeah, Manu, I don't think I can do both at the same time.
Oh, okay, okay.
It didn't work. So you all have to smile indefinitely for the rest of the day, just so we can take this picture. Wow, there are a lot of pages.
There's a lot of us.
Great. So I think we both took a lot of photos. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you to our amazing interpreter, Salka, for helping us out and to helping all of our Spanish speakers. Thank you to the winners and to everyone that made this event happen. We hope to see you in future global meetups and hopefully soon somewhere around the world in person. And if you want now to unmute yourself and say goodbye in your native language, you can do so. So bye. Hasta luego.
Adiós.
Sampai jumpa. Dadah.
Thank you.
Waalaikumsalam.
Bye.
Hello,
everyone. Have a great evening, everyone.
Thank you.
Au revoir.
Bye-bye.
See you next year.
Bye.
Bye.
Attends,
Au
revoir.
Tu vas le mettre sur.
Ciao, ciao.
Maya Hanke. Bye.
Bye. Oui, merci, c'est bon. Au revoir. Bonne journée. Bon. Fini là. Quitter, je fais quoi? Quitter.